Kips Clips.
Tonight at 11.
Doom! It's a plan! And I'm angry! I'm not a slave! I've broken the conditioning! It doesn't work on me! I'm primitive, I'm real, I know the enemy, and if we can have this spirit of normal humanity spread, it's over for the globalist! Break the conditioning now! Excuse me.
This is not the Infowars Nightly News, where the answer to 1984 is not $19.95 plus shipping and handling, but the answer is to try and understand the double-barrel bullcrap, the doublespeak, and the Orwellian wonderland we now find ourselves in. So sit back and relax as I take you through a real alternative look at the news and so-called alternative media alike. Enjoy.
Cips clips.
And that's the meaning of life. One time I'll actually start talking and remember to unmute myself. Alrighty, YouTube's another one of Cips Clips. Welcome to tonight's, the original, the OG alternative look at the so-called alternative media. Skeptical with the spectacles about the so-called skeptics and watching the motherfucking so-called fucking watchmen, whoever they may be. Welcome to tonight's not the Infowars Nightly News. I think the only Infowars Nightly News that is still allowed on YouTube, officially, I think. Official deep state programming. Anyway, welcome one and all. Sober, witnessing the collective madness, worldwide political madness, the collective madness of us all worldwide. Where it's just a few spots: Hong Kong, Venezuela, America, UK. As far as I'm aware, the EU's calmed down a little bit. Shit going over on in Spain. Things have calmed down in Italy. And I'm not up to speed as much as I used to be because it's all semantics. But surely we can agree, we can see there's a hell of a lot of changes coming, a hell of it very quickly. And it's not just in one country, it's what's changing here is worldwide. And here at not the Infowars Nightly News, I like to look at the the so-called independent media, the alternative media, and see if there's any weight to my theory about the truth or industrial complex. And behind it all, they're basically one big organised network, whether they know it or not, whether they understand there's somebody pulling them strings. I still hear people out there with the rhetoric of us versus them, it's us versus the elites. And for those of you still feel that way, I don't anymore. It's a pile of shite to get you to vote one way or the other. I mean, you're bouncing around and people, there's people that have adults with one teeth. There's adult with two teeth or one tooth in their mouth. Not very bright, and they're bouncing around saying Boris Johnson and Nigel Farage are the men of the people. Trump's the man of the people. This is the way they're framing it. Somehow, some way, through conspiracy shit, they've managed to mobilise enough of the demographic that these people can stand up there and say that with a straight face, because they've managed to mobilise and indoctrinate the windy-licking masses of the world through the internet and saying that, hey, do you know what? I'm telling you the truth. I'm me and the tooth fairy, like what, by the way? Me Trump and the tooth, me Bobo and the tooth, me Brian Gerrish and the tooth, me tooth fairy, tooth, all the way. And people are still bouncing around with that fucking, that weird-ass narrative that was fed to them fucking very early on through people hijacking YouTube and using it for political purposes. Anyway, I'm sure I'll be touching on that later on when I touch on this COPA thing. Again, if you're of a conspiratorial mindset, you will see the conspiracy in it, right? I can see the conspiracy in it as well. It's to shut down the independent media who's challenging the BBC. But there's the truth always lies in the middle, so let's examine both sides and see if there's something that's kind of a middle ground somewhere. Maybe. Instead of just jumping down a conspiracy rabbit hole or whatever over something which, if you apply genuine critical thinking, you might come to a different conclusion in the pre-packaged conspiracy world that Jim Dawson's feeding you. But anyway, I digress. So a welcome one and all. Thanks for joining tonight's Not the Infowars Nightly News, the original, the OG alternative look at the so-called alternative media. Make sure you thumbs it up, buttons below, share it with your friends, share it with your families, share it with your foes. Help the channel and the show grow. I rely on you guys and girls to do that for me at home. If you do want to, I don't know, if Bright bounces in, if anybody wants to contact and bring up any points, there's a phone number down the bottom of the screen as well. If you want to bring up, not to hang out, but if you want to phone and bring up a point or a topic or make a point, the ability is there. Skype's down below, Skype details down below as well. So the options are there if anybody wants to use them. So I'll have a wee go round a few things I've got on the show tonight, and then I'll say hi to the folks in the chat and then get battered into the bull crap. So this is all predominantly stuff from today rather than over the week. Anyway, so Trump at NATO, and it's going to be interesting to dive in that and see the effect. It's like the where the power lies in the world is shifting. I think it's safe to say. And there's like tugs of wars going on to see where the power lies. And with the emergence of the EU and the EU pushing for an army, the re-emergence of America as a standalone fucking cowboy with Britain on its back, the emergence of somewhat of an alliance between the Trump administration and the Putin administration, or they seem to have coming together for bigger foes, China. NATO is pretty much irrelevant and has to get restructured, reshaped, or shipped out. And who knows where this is going to go? Whether there'll be a NATO in 10 years, who knows? Anyway, so it'd be worthwhile definitely diving into a wee bit of that stuff. There's a few funny clips in there as well. China and Hong Kong. Now, if you've been around the conspiracy world for some time, China and Hong Kong just weren't on the radar at all for years. And then Trump got elected and his main target was China, and now China and Hong Kong, the power struggle that's going on in Hong Kong right now is all forefront of all the independent journalists. And it just goes to help, hopefully allow me to paint a picture and hit home my point that these aren't independent journalists, that whether they know it or not, they're all part of a coordinated network to parrot pish worldwide. So we'll have a wee look at that. The NHS political football, anybody in the UK will be aware of this shite. I mean, this is why I can't vote or participate in this stuff. I mean, talk to normal people on the street, right? I'm pretty sure yous at home, as well as like normal people that are tuned to the moon on conspiracy stuff. Nobody believes politicians. I mean, like, nobody. Like, Boris Johnson sitting up there bumping his gums. Farage, Corbyn, that Scottish Liberal Democrat cow, I can't forget her name. They're all up there bumping their gums, promising to give you a gammy. Promise everything. Santa's real. The tooth fairy's coming to see you. NHS is going to do somersaults. We're going to do this to prisoners. We're going to do that to prisoners. We're going to do this to the real. We're going to do this. We're going to get free broadband. Jeremy Corbyn actually literally tried to bribe you with offering you free broadband. Aye, good luck with that, pal. Good luck with that. In a world where every cunt's paying for broadband, he's going to rock up and offer you free broadband. Methinks the internet service providers might have something to do with that. Me also thinks the internet service providers are more powerful than any one political party. So it won't happen. He'll bump his gums and he'll shake, rattle and roll. And I understand it's more about getting the infrastructure in and extending the infrastructure in rural areas and stuff so people can get access to gigabit internet, as Boris Johnson's fucking putting it. But it's a sales pitch. It's bullshit. I don't know anybody out there that believes what Boris Johnson, even the Conservative supporters, believe Boris Johnson can carry out what he promises. Even with Labour supporters, I don't know any of them that believe that Jeremy Corbyn can accomplish what he's promising. What kind of system is this? It's a system, I was going to say built on lies, but lies and bullshit's actually genuinely built into the system, and we all know it. And we all blindly accept it. There's no alternative offered. So you're told, you were fuck all, you've not got a voice in the debate unless you go and put your X in their box. Well, I've held my own elections. I'm the founding father of Historia. It sounds bizarre, but I'm going to come back to start parroting this pish. I'm holding my own general election again come this general election. And I'm going to stand in the city centre and get people to vote us, not them. And it's just where my head's at. I would rather people think outside the box by putting their vote inside my box, and that isn't a sexual innuendo, than go and put their X in Corbyn's box, Boris's box, Farage's box, or the Liberal Democrats woman who nobody knows her name box. Now, I would also, I'll go back to my legal rebellion days and all that jazz, right? Now, when you go in to vote, they just want an X in the box. Now, in legalese and legally speaking, an X is a signature of a fuckwit. You know, some cunt doesn't know what they're doing, but they can still get you to give your consent by putting an X, right? And that's what I believe the foundation of voting is. They don't give a flying fuck who you vote for, as long as you vote. Because, let's say, for example, there was a madman like me that presented another option. Like, my option is, I don't know what the fuck's better than this system we've got. All I know is that we could put our heads together and create a better system than we have got. I've already said it 1,000,001 times before in the past. I'd scrap the adults, get all the fucking adults to fuck, and get a big bunch of fucking children under the age of 8 or whatever, put them in a room, and just ask them, how would you vote? Which kind? They're so innocent and their heads are so, they're so innocent, and they haven't been programmed by X, Y, or Z yet, that they'll come out with a genuinely far more superior and fairer system than we've got just now. So my idea is for everybody to come together and say, us, not them. And when I'm saying them, I'm meaning the Green Party, Farage's party, the Brexit party, that's the same fucking thing. Conservatives, Greens, SNP, Lib Dems, the whole shebang. It's one club with parties in it that they don't care who you vote for as long as you vote for their system. Then they can stand up and say they've got a mandate from the country. Now, let's say Boris Johnson gets voted in. Right, he'll be able to stand up and he'll be able to go and drop a nuclear bomb on North Korea, France, anywhere he wants. He'll be able to do anything he wants and stand up there and say that he does it with the consent of the people. Now, do you know who allowed him to stand up there and say that he done it with the consent of the people? Every cunt that voted. That's the Labour voters, the Green voters, the Lib Dem voters, the Raven Looney fucking Monster Party voters, every voter. You've handed your baton to that prick by participating in their fucking election. Here, you stupid idiot. Put your X here. See your contract with the government. See your contract to sell your soul. See your contract to sell, to outsource the right for you to fucking decide or even like give your consent to stuff. They're saying to you, we want a government to rule, and all we need is you to agree that we want our government to rule. Who's going to rule that government? Well, we'll have a vote for it. And the one that comes first out, well, they're the one that will be ruling you. So, I don't I don't know, call me fucking batshit crazy, I know I am. But that's where I'm at. If you want to see me holding my own elections, put it into my channel, you'll see them. The real election or something, I can't remember what I've called it. But I put election or something into my channel and you'll see me holding my own elections. Just me in my box, standing next to the... I did get a good few votes, by the way, so I'll be doing it at this general election again. And it just allows me to stand up and go, say, I'm the founding father of Estonia. I voted us, not them. I'm not giving them any consent, not one of them. So regardless of what happens, regardless of the outcome, if it's Corduroy Corbyn that comes in and fucks up, fucking walking us into a socialist paradise, I didn't consent. Now, obviously still going to have to fucking walk around and, as I said, I'm Nero, I'm just fiddling as Rome burns. So, that's where my head's at. I cannot give my consent to this system. I can't. It's built on lies. It elects people on lies. This isn't even like a conspiracy. Everybody knows it. From the reporters on TV, the talking heads on TV, to the people on the street. Everybody knows politicians just talk shite. But they'll vote one way or the other because of this Jedi mind trick that's been laid on us all, that the only option you've got is to vote. It's the only option you have. Now, just imagine, right, people were as fucking batshit fucking crazy as me. I mean, like, do you know what? See what I did saying, man? Let's try it out. Let's try it out. Just imagine 1 year, at one point, one general election, there were more people bouncing about with their own fucking box and getting more votes in our boxes than the government's box. Then when you ask the government, well, where's your mandate? Are you ruling with the consent of the people? They can't stand up there with a straight face and say yes. So, please step aside, vacate your buildings and all the shit that you've been holding hostage from us. We're going to come in and use them as our new headquarters and shit, because fuck's sake, man, these places are plush. We might just wait until fucking Parliament's done up, and then we'll bounce in. Well, fucking Parliament's all done up, man. Just take that fucking place back over, man. Fucking for the people, by the people, of the people, and not by the politicians. The House of Commons. House of Commons. Go and show me one fucking commoner in that fucking place. Zero, zip, nata. There's no cunt that's on their arse in that fucking place. The political system itself requires you to have a fucking deposit. What's the deposit, 600 quid or something? You could be the fucking best, most maverick fucking person out there with the best ideas, like me, but not have 600 bucks to go and fucking... You've been priced out, you've been bought out. Economically speaking, you ain't fucking got enough shekels, you prick, to fucking participate in this dog and pony show. Fuck off. So, anyway... rant over. But if you do want to see me holding my own election, search for it in my channel. They're actually real amazing fucking videos. I thought the cops came up to me and like, what you doing? I'm holding my own election. Well, just don't tell people, because I was telling people it was the real election. You might come and vote in the real election. Well, the electioneers were like, what the fuck's this madman doing outside our voting booth? But anyway, that's how crazy and where my head's at. Be independent. Don't outsource. Don't outsource anything to any cunt. And then you don't need to take collective responsibility because of the collective madness. The collective madness that believing that the system we have just now is the only way forward. And until more people like me actually present options, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 99th options other than the fucking one we're given, we're fucked. We're doomed to complete just on this constant barrage cycle of the pendulum moving to the left, to the right. Oh, we all fight. To the left, to the right, and we have a little fight. To the left, to the right, do a little fight. All right. It's just election night. So it's a pile of shit, and I'm not fucking participating. But you listen, if you want to participate and vote for liars and get liars in. Now remember, if you vote, no matter who gets in, they've got your consent. Right? So, even if there's one bojo in there that you're saying, whoa, I cannot have that guy telling me what to do, or even have the ability to stand in front of me and go, well, I was actually voted in, we were actually ruling better, we We police and rule by the consent of the governed. You ain't get my consent. And hopefully more people would listen to my shit. And then, imagine just 51% of the whole population of the UK just went, nope. Nope. Do you never wonder why politicians are so enthusiastic about you just getting out to vote? I don't even care if you're voting for me. Just go out and vote. Aye, right, pal. Jog on. Anyway, that's that fucking rant over. So, the NHS political football, have a wee look at that. Lazy Jesus, just a wee comment about the Lazy Jesus. I don't know if he's in the chat tonight. I don't think I've seen him. China and Hong Kong. What's a Wong in Hong Kong? NHS football, a bit of Farage, Copperfield. I thought that was quite funny. I actually did think that was quite funny. And I'll show you examples of why I think this is a great idea. I can see what behind the conspiracy. Right? And again, it's like, it's coming from a place where, it's coming from a person who genuinely thinks fucking kids shouldn't be put at risk. But you've got conspirators more worried about not being able to pump out Trump propaganda with Tommy Shark, shite or whatever. Is that Shark song again? I forgot. Anyway, touch on that. Because everybody's just falling down the conspiracy. YouTube, collaborating with the deep state. They're asking you if you're making stuff for children. And if you're not making stuff for kids, you're not trying to fucking do propaganda to suck in wee 12-year-olds and all that, then you're okay. But if you are, you're a scumbag. And I've got an example of a few current scumbags in the alt-right thing who do content that I would argue they do. In fact, I know for a fucking fact through my YouTube journey, people do it to get fucking children in. Now everybody's thinking paedophilia and all that shit. Nah, fucking get the kids in and fucking tell them fucking alt-right is fucking right. Anyway, Prince Pedo. Any guesses? Any guesses? That's right, it's the new Walt Disney film. No, Prince Andrew and stuff. Shit. Global nationalists always love it when these nationalists go on tour. You're like, fuck off back to your own country, fucking dickwad. Looking after your own. Because it shows up they're not nationalists, they're just racist bigots. You know what I mean? See that expat. What would you mean, a refugee? A migrant? Semantics. Anyway. Land of the giants. Do you believe in giants? I believe in giants. Thomas Sheridan believes in giants. So let's all laugh at Thomas Sheridan believing in giants. Here's a hole in the ground. That was a giant. And Brother John. Woo! Remember this guy, John Collins, Brother John from back in the day. Oh, wee bit of an update. I think I've kept most people up to speed with him. And shit. But it's interesting to just watch the fucking crazy train of YouTube unravel. And it's even better to be able to fucking report and comment on it as well. So, thanks. I know, not as much content as usual, but that will be remedied next week, I'm sure. So, in the eve, one and all, let me see if this actually works any. Cha, Apple Charlotte, how you doing? Get well soon, Cha. Hope you're all good. Oh my god, what the fuck? Brill Smith, who is McVie the Third. If you know who I'm talking about. Magic Magnets in the Eve, guys and girls. Oh my god, what the fuck? Hold on. Burnley 0, Manchester City 0. I'm watching football on the Amazon. Here's a prediction. 5 to 10 years time, probably before that, football will be on Netflix and Amazon and all that shit. In fact, it's happening just now, you know, but it's a wee bit of a tester. $80 million Amazon paid to get however many games they've got, fucking 8 or 10 or something over the festive period and stuff. And I heard some fucking dinosaurs sitting, I was listening to Talk Sport today, can't remember who it was, but they were sitting going, this won't work. Nobody's going to want to watch football on their little screens and all that. I'm like, have you not heard like Amazon Fire Stick or anything? It's like this terrestrial TV shit is away. It's moving to this fucking app streaming model. Why? Because data is the new gold. And the second you're on their app... Now imagine if TV companies back in the day had the ability to see what you were watching, when you were watching it, when you were pausing, when you were rewinding, what your interests were. Can you imagine? Right? Because that's where we're at today, and that's the model we've moved into. So, like there was that old fucking... They weren't thinking outside the box, I don't think. But they couldn't comprehend the streaming service being the new thing because they thought it would all be on small screens and people would be watching it on their fucking... I can watch football on my phone and I've got shite eyesight. And no that big a phone screen. But it's just the new model we're moving towards. Shit. Squirrel! Watching the football. Shouldn't be doing that. So in the evening, one and all, the Dot, the artist formerly known as Tony, how you doing, my man? A Brill, a Cha, a Pontiac, a Jackie, how you doing? The Dot, the Blazing Stars is in there, how you doing? Blazing Devon's in as well in the evening, guys and girls. There's Magic Magnets, Brill, Devon, Cha, Tony. Stewie, how you doing, Stewie? Jackie Chan. Oh my god, what the fuck? Tempest Harbour was in earlier as well. Old Fag. And the Punk is on the whiskey. In the evening, guys. And girls, thanks for joining, one and all. Miss Spice is in there as well. How you doing, Miss Spice? Hope you're keeping well. Punk's on the whiskey, Jackie Chan, Devon, and I think I've managed to get these all. Oh no. Madison Angel. Okay, so enjoy the chat, folks. I'm going to get into the chat. Right, where am I? Wrong button. Righty-ho. Remember, if you do want to make a point, phone in, text in, whatever. Skype down below this clip, and there you go, right there. Phone number. Right, where am I? What am I doing? Who am I? What's my name? What's your name and where do you come from? Just done a wee independent Republic of Estonia. Think you could start up your very own country and then you wouldn't need to worry about all this political shit. It would just be somebody else's bullshit theatre. You could just sit on the roof with a wee fiddle and watch as they all want to kill themselves and laugh at it. It's possible. It's a fucking option. But people who view the show might be aware of the Lazy Jesus, who's not been well, to say the least, but is on the mend. So, and I don't know. Tony's in the. Anyway, he's going down the route of living healthy and the health kick shit and all that, and the Dot in the room took that option, Lazy Jesus, and it seemed to do him the world of good. So regardless, the healthy living route seems to have done people a pile of good and helped a lot of people with a lot of cancers. Anyway, in like real world, visible fucking reality, instead of just people on YouTube telling you this cures cancer, that cures cancer, I seen this dude do it with my own eyes, and feel free to speak to each other, because that's the best first-hand evidence. It's the best place to get advice from people that have been through it and stuff, not just people that have watched a YouTube clip or read a website and then make a clip telling you what to do about your health. You're best going to the source. So all the best, lazy Jesus, if you get round to watching this. So let's have a wee laugh at the Trump and NATO.
From which?
From Adam Schiff.
I learned nothing from Adam Schiff. I think he's a maniac.
What would you want to learn if you testified?
I think Adam Schiff is a deranged human being. I think he grew up with a complex for lots of reasons that are obvious. I think he's a very sick man, and he lies. Adam Schiff made up my conversation with the president of Ukraine. And one of the reasons people keep talking about it is that's what they saw. We have a perfectly beautiful 3 or 4 page transcription, and then in the other case, a 2-page transcription of the conversation. But a lot of people didn't read that. How many people called you? A friend of mine called up, a top person in New York called up, great friend of mine, very successful. Gee, I didn't like what was said. I said, oh, where did you see it? Did you read it? No, I didn't read it. I heard Adam Schiff give it. I said, well, that's not what was said. And I sent him a copy of what was said. He said, this is great. This isn't what he said. This guy is sick. He made up the conversation. He lied. If he didn't do that in the halls of Congress, he'd be thrown in a jail. But he did it in the halls of Congress, and he's given immunity. This is a sick person. He's a liar. And by the way, Nancy Pelosi knew he was lying, and she went on her show, Stephanopoulos, and she said he told the truth. So she was lying too. These people are deranged.
What do
Politics is lying. How can? Oh, I don't know. Can nobody put their brain cells together and think of a different way of doing all this? I get more faith in this. I think we can.
NATO still relevant. Cracks appear as the.
Oh God, that's 25 minutes. But there's Al Jazeera coming out and talking about, is NATO still relevant? So, Macron came out and he was talking about NATO being brain dead. Now, if you go and look into the history of NATO as an organisation, I'm pretty sure most of these will be aware it was predominantly set up to its biggest role was to counter the Russian threat during the Cold War. And the Cold War's no more now, but NATO's still a strong alliance, military alliance. And I think as the world's changing, the rise of the Chinese economy, the rise of the Indian economy, the rise of BRICS, just as the power in the world is moving, NATO is irrelevant. So you have in Europe, them striving to make a European army. You have America trying to go alone with anybody they can get in as an ally. They don't need any cunt, do they? And Britain at the moment kind of been stuck between the EU and the United States, with Russia getting closer to the United States in a military alliance as well. And I think that's very evident when we look what's happened in Syria. And then you put into the mix of that the what's going on in Iran. I mean, Donald Trump was out today talking about thousands of protesters. I'm not there. I don't know if this is happening or no. I know Trump has fucking got Iran in his sights. That's one of his major targets. So things where the power lies in the world is changing drastically at a very high speed right now. I would argue, and is NATO going to find a place in that future? I don't have an answer. I'm fucking asking the question, but I think you can clearly see the continuing weakening of NATO. Now, just stick this into the mix. It's a reality, isn't it? Right. So NATO predominant main role in recent decades is to counter the Russian threat. Even recently, they've been deploying troops and all that to counter the Russian threat. If Russia comes into the fold with the West, as it looks like it's happening through Trump, to then go after fucking China, there's no need for NATO. And if there's no need for NATO, it means the people like NATO as well, its first headquarters were in London, its second headquarters were in Paris, and then it moved to Brussels, its third and final headquarters where it is today. Initially when it was set up, some would argue the most powerful nation in the alliance would have been the UK and America. They would have dominated it. And then over time, after World War II, and as the European nations have strengthened themselves and whatnot, they gained a wee bit more autonomy and more power away from the hegemony of the United States and the special relationship the UK had with them. So again, right there, you have the shifting of the sands, where the power is, and if there's an EU army created, then where does NATO stand? And it looks like Trump's already done it, isn't it? America's pretty much just gone on its own. It's going around the world telling people within NATO and whatnot to pay up more money, or they're not getting protection. I mean, I was watching Donald. Fuck, it blew me away, man. It was the, what did they call it? The shake and greet or whatever with the NATO guy today, and it was about a 50-minute press conference, and I managed to catch most of it. And he was sitting there talking about, who the fuck was it? South Korea. I think it was South Korea. He was talking a wee bit about North Korea and South Korea, and he's like, just spoke to the South Koreans, not South Koreans. I've just told them to pay, I'm getting the figures wrong, right? But I think it was $500 billion, I think. He's like, oh fuck! I told them to pay $500 more billion for their protection, otherwise they're not getting protected. Right? Now Donald Trump's sitting there talking about offering protection to a country, but he bounced in and went, well, if you want protected, you're going to have to stump up more money. He's a fucking mafiosa don. I mean, organised crime has took over. That's what America is. They go around like, hey, you want fucking protected? Fucking do what we say. And this was literally demonstrated to the entire world live on fucking television as he's sitting there in front of NATO. It's like, yeah, you want our protection? It's $500 billion. And he's like, he's mafia don pals. Like, you ever done a fucking deal like that, eh? How much did you get for fucking protecting little Gimagios down the street, eh? I just get $500 billion. $500 billion for offering South Korea protection. And remember, it was Donald Trump that was like that out with his big Twitter stick poking that fucking wee slanty-eyed cunt in the, I think it was the eyelid because he couldn't find the eye. And he's just poking him, like he's going to kill us, it's the end of the world. And then he rocks up to fucking South Korea and goes, $500 billion, please. And then he goes and live in a press conference and announces this to the world. Please, if you haven't seen it, I was watching it today, my jaw dropped. Literally, I was like, just a fucking protection fucking rocket live on the BBC or Sky or some shit, man. Anyway, that blew me away. Anyway, so NATO, very interesting. Fits in with what's going on worldwide.
In London, the site of this year's NATO summit, leaders of the member states are
Gotta love the dumb down. RT's dumbed down at the best of times, right? Because it's predominantly aimed at conspirators. But RT America is that the extra fucking grain of dumbed downness. I love it, man.
gathering there to celebrate the military alliance's 70th anniversary. But on the first day of the summit, talks and tension between the U.S. and France were clearly visible. About an hour ago, President Trump and French President Emmanuel Macron just sat side by side and both appeared to have patched things up. Earlier in the day, though, Trump said Macron's comments that NATO is experiencing, quote, brain death was insulting to other NATO member states and said that, quote, nobody needs NATO more than France. Last month, Macron made that comment in an interview with The Economist, suggesting the alliance was becoming obsolete. And when the subject of Islamic State fighters surfaced, Trump took a jab at Macron.
We have a tremendous amount of captured fighters, ISIS fighters over in Syria, and they're all under lock and key, but many are from France, many are from Germany, many are from UK. They're mostly from Europe, and some of the countries are agreeing. I have not spoken to the president about that. Would you like some nice ISIS fighters?
And just as sideline meetings were happening at the summit, Russian...
Would you like some ISIS fighters, please, Macaroon? I'm sure the fucking French are famous for their... What are they called, the wee fucking cake things that are pink and green and all? Macaroons, aren't they? Am I tripping? Or am I just hungry?
President Vladimir Putin criticized NATO's continued expansion. During a meeting in Sochi, President Putin suggested that the NATO alliance was pointless given the absence of a threat from Russia since the 1991 collapse of the Soviet Union. So for more on the NATO summit, we are being joined now by professor and author Jeremy Kuzmarov. He's joining us from Tulsa, Oklahoma to discuss all of this. So Professor, thank you for being with us. As mentioned, President Trump was
Ooh, they've got a professor on!
visibly upset at Emmanuel Macron's death brain comment on NATO. Here's the exchange between Trump and NATO Secretary General.
Death brain, was it not brain dead? But anyway, a wee bit of her dyslexica. Dyslexica kicking
Jens
in.
Stoltenberg.
This alliance have proven once again to be able to adapt to change, responding to a changing world. So
That's the interview you need to go and watch. That's when he's just like that. Somebody asked him about it, and he's like, $500 billion, that's a lot of money. Have you heard about that? I bet she's have no... This is what Trump was saying. Bet she's have no heard about that. That's a lot of money. A lot of money. A lot of money. $500 billion. A lot of money for our protection. You know? And it was amazing, man. It's like, that cunt is a don. It's like, yeah. They were saying to me, nobody's ever asked us for this before. And I'm saying, I'm asking you now. And they're saying, well, okay then, nobody's ever asked before. So it's just, he's basically just a mafia don going up and like doubling people's fucking protection money.
that's the reason why we are a success, the ability to change when the world is changing.
It's a tough statement, though, when you make a statement like that. That is a very, very nasty statement to essentially 28, including them, 28 countries. I think that, you know, you have a very high unemployment rate in France. France is not doing well economically at all. They're starting to tax other people's products, so therefore we go and tax them. It's just taking place right now on technology, and we're doing their wines and everything else. And it's a very tough statement.
The fucking mafia don, man! Cunt's just running the biggest protection racket on the fucking planet. Oh wow!
When you have such difficulty in France, you look at what's happened with the yellow vests, or you look at what's going on during certain parts of their season. They've had a very rough year, and you just can't go around making statements like that about NATO. It's very disrespectful.
All right, Professor, you just heard what the president said there. How does that square, given Trump himself is on record calling NATO...
How does that square? Does this women know how to talk properly? Anyway.
obsolete?
Oh, fuck, my mistake. It's RT America, man. Bring back Abby Martin. She's a truth teller, man. She tells it like it is, man.
Yeah, I think Trump is just a bundle of contradictions. I mean, he has often himself criticized NATO. So, and I think, yeah, a lot more and more people are questioning the purpose of NATO. I mean, NATO had been established as part of the Cold War.
And Russia, RT, are happy to propagate that questioning of us NATO relevant and stuff. Because in their eyes, it ain't.
Let's be serious. A very large number.
Very much about a macaroon.
Nice ISIS fighters.
Look,
I can give
if you look at the situation,
you can take everyone you want.
let's be serious. The very large number of fighters you have on the ground.
Man, that's such bad body language. He looks like a fucking wee weedy chimp, doesn't he? I mean, Trump's just sitting there like a big fat Jabba the Hutt fucking Don. With his wee panda eyes and all that, and his fluffy fucking throwaway hair. I don't know, macaroon there, man. Macaroon bars here doesn't he present a fucking good body image to me as a leader?
Are ISIS fighters coming from Syria?
What the fuck's that all
from
about?
Iraq and the region. It is true that you have foreign fighters coming from Europe, but this is a tiny minority of the overall problem we have.
Is that these days?
And I think number one priority, because it's not yet finished, is to get rid of ISIS and these terrorist groups. This is our #1 priority.
Why is there so many people with speech impediments that rule the world? Maybe it's French, I don't know.
And it's not yet done. I'm sorry to say that. You still have fighters in this region, in Syria and now in Iraq, and more. And the whole destabilization of the region.
You see what I mean? Look at his wee weedy arms. It looks like he's got, I don't know, just bad visuals. Bad visuals. Very bad visuals.
Makes the situation more difficult to fix the situation against ISIS. Second, some of these foreign fighters are being judged in Iraq because of the deeds precisely they acted in this very region. And we will have a case-by-case approach. We have a humanitarian approach for children, already organized.
Do you notice how they even word their wee disclaimers differently? You know, RT is funded by part or by whole by the Russian government. France 24 is a public broadcast service. So what you're saying is it's funded or partly funded. It's partly funded or wholly funded by the French government. No, it's a public broadcaster. The public fund it. Oh, so the public just walk by we fucking we collection pots and put the money in, and then France tend. No, the government dictate taxes, so oh, right, so it is government controlled, and then legislation and fucking regulation and all that. Anyway, semantics was antics, but this is the world we still. It's fucking the Orwellian Wonderland, people. Better get your fucking eyes on if you want to see this shit.
Case-by-case approach. But for me, the very first objective in the region is to finish war against ISIS. And don't make any mistake. Your #1 problem are not the foreign.
Hold on, non-Mirage truth. Mentally challenged Thunberg claims. I'm laughing at that because it's funny, man, but that's a victim of child abuse. Right, here's another fucking thing that drives me insane, right? I'm sitting watching some pish a day, some news, BBC or Sky, and they're talking about wee fucking Thunberg sailing over, I think it's Spain? She's sailing somewhere to do some shit about the fucking climate, right? And then they're sitting there discussing it. Now, this is the reporters. And they're sitting going, well, obviously it's a publicity stunt, but it's highlighting the climate fucking argument or whatever shit she was saying. And I'm like, so you're admitting that this poor lassie is getting used for a fucking PR stunt by her fucking Mo and Dan, whatever other dangleberries are in charge here. It's child fucking slavery, child abuse. They're making that wee bitch dance like a fucking monkey, and she's probably not even getting paid peanuts. Fuck's sake. Anyway, so that's what I think about that stuff. I don't know if the fucking climate's going to fucking implode or not. How the fuck would I know? I don't own any white coats or any fucking. I've listened to people that have convinced me we are going to die, and people have convinced me we're not going to die. But there's something that I can't escape. And this is a hardcore reality. Hardcore reality. For me, this is a hardcore reality of it, right? Because Trump's came out before and said climate change is a Chinese conspiracy. How's the best way to explain this? Imagine you became the most powerful entities in the world. And you became the most powerful entities of the world by sailing round it, slaughtering whoever the fuck you wanted, taking whatever the fuck you wanted, burning, raping, pillaging, growing, just doing generally whatever the fuck you wanted. Right? And then you done that to a certain extent to your fucking kingdom. You might have something as big as the British Empire. You might have something as big as the American Empire, right? You might have a lot of shit, a lot of power, a lot of control. Now, you might see little India over there, or little China. China's the best one, right? Now, China's a good example, actually. Imagine the West was able to project onto China, what's the best way to explain it? Climate change policies. 30, 40 years ago, they would have done it. China wouldn't be where they fucking are, right? For me, this is the reality. It's the powerful people in the world, and I'm not saying it's one country. It's predominantly the large corporations. They're pushing this climate change shit because they don't want any cunt to be able to go and rape, pillage, burn, shag, pollute, do whatever they want to then rival them. Does that make sense? So it's the big people in the fucking... They're trying to put the kibosh on people becoming as big and as powerful as them by following their model of raping and pillaging the world. But anyway, I digress. Let's get back to macaroon bars. I'm hungry.
Fighters. This is the ISIS fighters in the region. And you have more and more of these fighters due to the situation today.
This is why he's a great politician, because that was one of the greatest non-answers I've ever heard. And that's okay.
Because sometimes you can have some temptation from the US side, I don't say about President Trump, but could be the press, to say this is European responsibility. I'm sorry to say that. We have some of our people, but if you don't look at the reality of the situation, that is number one, not to be ambiguous with these groups. This is why we started to discuss about our relations with Turkey.
He just doesn't present himself as a strong leader at all. At all.
But I think any ambiguity with Turkey vis-à-vis these groups is detrimental.
NATO's done, people. See when you've got a NATO member, Turkey, buying fucking Russian missile defence systems. Right, Turkey's sitting there with American jets. Is it the F-16 or something? I don't know. I used to actually give a shit about military hardware when I was getting groomed into the political world and fighting the New World Order and shit. But Turkey's sitting there with American jets, F-16s, and they're also sitting with 400s or whatever. One of the top, don't think it's the top ones, I think it's the second top ones or something close to that anyway. Go and do your own shit. S-400s, I think they've got the missile air defence system. Now, that S-400 system has never been tried out against F-16s in like real world conditions. Why? Because the Americans have never gave F-16s to anybody who has S-400s because they didn't want anybody, Russia, getting a hold of that data. So now you have Turkey, who has S-400s missile defence systems, F-16 jets, I think that's the fucking name of the military hardware, I may be mistaken, and they can now go and conduct their own war games, and they'll have the Mac Daddy of all data. Data. What's the British one? Data. Because Data was the cunt on Starship Enterprise. Next Generation. Anyway, so... Fucking hell, man. Turkey's got the fucking holy grail. Turkey knows, can run all these tests with the S-400s versus the F-16s. And the more data, I told you, data is the new gold. The more data they get on that shit, the better they're going to be in the position to get kudos off of Russia and America. So it's very fucking interesting. You've seen Erdogan and all that coming out and threatening to unleash fucking millions of refugees into fucking Europe as well. I mean, it's crazy days. Anyway, I digress yet again. See, you don't need to learn a lot about NATO. Nah, look, this is straight from NATO. Don't overcomplicate things. 70 years, what can you learn? What do you need to know about NATO that you can't fucking get in a... Give me a montage, Oh, and that fucking music's gonna be... Oh, hold on, is it classical? Nah, should be alright. See it? Rome's burning, people. I'll get my fiddle out. Or is it a violin? What's the difference between a fiddle and a violin? Have you learned anything yet? Is that Kurt Cobain? What the fuck has Kurt Cobain got to do with NATO? Does that building no look like a big swastika or something? I'm trying to find NATO headquarters. Talk amongst yourselves here for 1 little second. Right, let me see if I can find this shit. And I need to do that, and do this, and do that. And it should work, hopefully. Rightio. And we want to get a fucking satellite on that shit. Oh right, I think it's I think it could be shaped like a SS lapel. Hold on. Let me see if I can show you this. I loved this when I first seen it. I still do love all this kind of stuff. This is my conspiracy shit, man. Alright, aye, there we go. I can show you it there. So you see you've got the two, the SS next to each other. So people have theorised that that's the SS. Anyway. Conspiracy. NATO really are the SS. There, just proved it. See, you don't need to learn any more about NATO than you can't learn in 70 seconds. What's wrong in Hong Kong?
Well, China warned of serious retaliation for US support of Hong Kong's pro-democracy protesters.
Hold on. I think I've just got some breaking news. Same difference. Just depends on what music you're playing. Violin and fiddle, same instrument. Learn something new. It's educational. Educational. But educational for university students, not for children, okay, YouTube? Not educational for children. Educational for adults who want to learn the difference between a violin and a fiddle.
And it has banned the US Navy from docking in Hong Kong. China has also sanctioned US non-profit groups which have been monitoring the unrest in the financial hub.
In response to the U.S.'s unreasonable actions, the Chinese government has decided to suspend the review of U.S. military maritime vessels in planes visiting Hong Kong with the immediate effect.
To Washington now, CNN political analyst and Washington Post columnist Josh Rogan. So, Josh,
breaking news: Man City won. Oh, you need to sort that out, man. How the fuck's that? What the fuck? Right, that doesn't make sense. You know, up the corner, you've got the score, and Amazon Prime's got a fucking wee stupid thing over the score that says stats and highlights, but you can only see a bit of. That's stupid. Alright, hold on, that's actually pretty. Take it back, it's pretty cool. Gives you a wee sidebar with all the stats. It's like Football Manager, man! That's what it's like. So, Burnley only at 31% of the. That's pretty cool. That is the fucking future. That's the future there of football. See, to be able to do that during the match, that's pretty cool. Told you it was the future. Anyway, that's enough about future. Shit, where am I? Lost myself. Where am I?
thanks for being with us.
Great to be with you.
Okay, on the one hand, this ban, it sounds, kind of big stuff here. There have been suspensions before, but never has there been like an indefinite blanket ban like this one. But then on the other hand, when you actually get down and think about it, the real world impact is that the US Navy has to strike Hong Kong off a list of ports of call for R&R. And that's kind of about it, right? So there's some kabuki theater going on, for want of a better term?
Yeah, I think that's right. I think the Chinese response to President Trump signing the Hong Kong Freedom and Human Rights Act was muted. And, the actual steps they took will have very little impact on U.S.-China relations and very little impact on the United States. Whether or not ships poured in Hong Kong is kind of a trivial matter, and NGOs that are sanctioned by the Chinese now were already prevented from operating in China. So it begs the question, why...
Right, now... Is anybody naive enough to out there to think that the American NGOs that China's just kicked out or banned or whatever aren't actually in there trying to overthrow the current pro-China administration of Hong Kong? Now, do you know what? This is the third Opium Wars. It's just a continuation of the Opium Wars since Britain gave China back in 1997. Now, right, hold on. I need to show you this because this is still my conspiratardom. Apart from the inability to be able to type at some points as well. Now, it's just the flag of the East India Company, right, that blows me away right now. This was a corporation that was given quasi-governmental powers. They basically administrated and controlled vast swathes of the British Empire, if not all of it. It was the corporations that were sent out to rape, pillage and plunder. Now, this is their flag from... when were they set up? The 1400s? No, 16. There we go. Royal Charter in December 1600. Before the creation of the United States, people. Before the creation of the flag of the United States. Let's see if we can just show you the participants of the Opium Wars. Yeah, they usually... No. Watch my bad self. They don't usually have a lovely wee sidebar with... Hold on, man, wait a second. What are you doing here? There, it's got the combatants there. So is that the wrong wiki it's taking me to? I've been here before and done this, and it's no plain ball. Alright, here, this is where I might get it. Because the participants may have been different in each of the wars. I mean, what I'm trying to... the point I'm making here is it was the East India Company. Here, there you go. It wasn't the United Kingdom, although they were doing it on behalf of the United Kingdom, but it was the East India Company. So, like, maybe I'm just a conspiratard still. Maybe it's still the fucking conspiratardom running through my veins. I don't think it's a conspiracy that a country that flies pretty much the same flag as the British East India Company on this day is now the country heading up the attack, and the NGOs and the diplomatic shit and all that to overthrow the new administration of Hong Kong. It's just, to me, it's just it's a no-brainer for me. It's the same entities. I know people believe countries are different and all that shit, but it's the money that runs the countries that remains the same. I do believe. And you'll find as well, let me see if maybe the second one... So what you'll find is a few Dutch corporations, you know, they were modelled, I can't remember their names now, but they were kind of modelled on the same model they'd seen operating out of Britain, where the corporations were given quasi-governmental controls. So the first one, let's show you, here we go. So it was the British Empire, France, United States, is that Italy? I think it must be Italy. No, it was France as well. So France was involved in the second one as well. I'm sure Portugal was in the mix as well. In fact, I'm not sure. I'm positive Portugal was in the mix as well in some level. Portugal had its own enclave out in and around Hong Kong. It's now been swallowed into the Greater Hong Kong as they expanded their regions and all that. But anyway, I think that's is stuff well worthwhile
China proves that trade
thinking about when all this shit about Hong Kong and that's coming up. It's just, for me, it's no coincidence. Maybe I'm a conspirator, maybe I'm not. Maybe there's some weight into it. Who knows? But it is my genuine belief.
Why didn't they do what they said they were going to do, which is to tank the trade talks that they're in retaliation? There's only really one answer, is that they really want the trade talks to continue.
Yeah, they sort of quarantined the trade negotiations from the ongoing situation with Hong Kong, and the U.S. president was asked about that on Monday, whether or not this pro-democracy bill, which he signed into law, what impact it will have on those talks. Like I said, he dodged the question, and this was his answer. Here he is.
The Chinese are always negotiating. I'm very happy where we are, and frankly, I could be other places that I could do all by myself and be even happier.
I don't know what that last part was about, but he talked about China continuing to negotiate. And, this is a fairly standard Trump answer, but about, essentially China wants to steal more than the US. And that does seem to be the case. At least Trump has the upper hand because Beijing is hurting more in economic sense than the US. So I guess if you're Beijing, why wouldn't you just sort of run out the clock here a little? Wait and see what happens with the impeachment inquiry. Wait to see what Donald Trump's chances are of re-election. Just sort of wait it out for a bit.
I think that's
because Trump's going to get re-elected because he's doing such a good job fucking up China.
exactly what they're doing. Of course, if President...
Right, here's my predictions. I know I'm going to put money on Trump winning 2020. 100%. If I get good odds, if I've got some spare cash at some point and I get good odds on Trump winning, I'm putting money on it. That and Amazon take over the premiership.
President Trump is willing to sign a trade deal that they really like, they'll sign it. But they're also happy to just delay. And that, again, speaks to why they didn't really retaliate for the Hong Kong bill.
Tell you what, see if you're into your football, go and try out the Amazon Prime shit, man. You can sign up for their free 30-day thing and then just cancel it. And you'll get all the stuff over Christmas and that. Just make sure you remember to cancel. In fact, you can sign up and then cancel straight away. But you can cancel straight away, but you'll get your freebie, if that makes sense. So you don't need to worry about forgetting about it and stuff. It is pretty cool. They've got all the stats and all that. Fucking it's like Football Manager. They'll get the lineups, the players. You can click on them and get profiles and all that. That is the fucking future of football, by the way. It is. It's like a merger of Football Manager, and it really is fucking pretty cool. Anyway, China, Hong Kong.
They know that President Trump is not really supportive of Hong Kong freedom and democracy. They know that Congress was pushing this against Trump's instincts. And they know that in the end...
Did you have your curlers in last night, Hen? Fuck's sake. Can somebody tell me what that is? I know that, and I can't think of what it is. It's really bugging me. I was listening to it today and I was like, I so know that. And I cannot connect it to where it's coming from. I know it's not this bitch, because I don't watch this bitch.
Hi, everyone.
Fucking hell, man. You a clone of fucking Chelsea Clinton or something, man? He's got the horse Jew face look.
Lisa Haven here, and a lot of things are happening right now on the economic front that I want to bring to your attention.
She wouldn't have it. See if she had see if you would kick her out of bed for farting. She wouldn't be doing the job that she's doing.
Well,
everybody cares about China and Hong Kong now. It's mental, isn't it? It's weird. It's just a top topic.
This is a very...
For some reason, all the far right independent media love Hong Kong.
Serious matter, and one I don't think has had enough attention in the West. But we have an expert who we call on every time we need to decrypt what's going on in China. And he's written an essay just a couple days ago in the Gatestone Institute called China Adopts Malicious Cyber Security Rules. And you know who I'm talking about. It's our old friend Gordon G. Chang who joins us now via Skype. Gordon, great to see you again. I always encourage our followers to follow you on Twitter at Gordon G. Chang. Tell me.
That's because you're all part of the same wee Truther Industrial Complex network. That's how it all works. Cross promotion. I mean, the amount of times I've been approached by, what would you call them? You know, the people that kind of run YouTube channels. They'll approach you and go, "Your YouTube channel's the best, man. Get in touch with us and we'll give you fancy graphics." And cross promotion. I forget what it's called. Multi-network channels or whatever. That's how it all works. It's all marketing and PR. But it can't be marketing because it's the truth. They're only telling you the truth.
What's going on with the new rules passed yesterday and the ones that will take effect on January 1st?
Yeah, these two measures, December 1, which is the implementation of the multi-level protection scheme 2.0, and on January 2, the cryptography law goes into effect. These two measures will make all the data, communications, informations that foreign companies store on their China networks available to Chinese authorities. So there will be no more encryption permitted, at least encryption that is from the Chinese government and the Communist Party.
Horse Stew face look, he's like that one. I mean, they've all got it, man. Barbara Streisand, Chelsea Clinton, it's on and on and on. It's like when they've just stretched their fucking face into a big horse and they've got this big stupid grin.
And this really means that China will be able to take this information and, for instance, give it to state enterprises that compete against foreign companies. It also means that foreign companies may lose around the world their trade secret protections for information that they store on their China networks. And China will use this to ruin these companies, just like it ruined Nortel Networks, which is now bankrupted.
Is there people still out there that think this 5G microwave directed energy weapon push isn't anything other than an attack on Huawei? Is there anybody that the penny hasn't dropped yet? The Huawei, the 5G push, where it's coming from, the Five Eyes coming out and warning you about fucking Huawei and all that, and then can nobody see that the gloves are off? We're fucking taking out China. What's happening just now is a concerted effort to make sure China isn't top of the pile come 2050. They're out there admitting it. Anyway.
This is a matter where China is in a position really to take over foreign companies, not just in China, but elsewhere around the world.
So how would that impact a high-tech company? I'm just going to pick an example.
Well, I'm so glad you did this reporting because you look at these documents and they reveal that the
Xinjiang suggests
the Chinese are hurting the dirty Muslims. No. You know, that would be a good way of fucking up Tommy Robinson fans and anti-Yemeni. What's his name? Anti-Yemeni? It's like anti-Yemeni. Aye. Avi Yemeni, whatever his name is, anti-fucking-Muslimly. That'd be a good way of bamboozling those bastards. Go, right, you hate China because of what's happening in Hong Kong? Yeah, commies, yeah. Do you hate what they're doing to the Muslims? Yeah, apart from them rounding up and kicking all the fucking mussies and that, man.
Targeted in a series of deadly terror attacks 5 years ago, and it just underscores the difference between how
leaked documents reveal China's back to Muslims, you know.
An authoritarian government like China handles terror and a country like the United States. But
I seen that, Richie. Danny, breaking news, Danny Tomo has been arrested. I think I was watching some of that Busker Patriot push. But hey-ho. It goes with the territory.
The bigger picture, according to human rights groups, are these people who are being taken from their homes without...
Oh, did he put on camera and shit, Richie? If you've got any... Mate, if you've got... Send me a link if you've got it, buddy, and I'll play it.
Any say whatsoever. And the Chinese government for a long time has put out these propaganda videos showing that they actually have a very happy life at these camps that they're being sent to. And the handful of people who managed to escape, it was kind of like their word versus the Chinese government. Until these documents and this new information, which just tends to unravel that whole narrative that Beijing has spent so much time carefully
Now, remember, the CNN is the CIA, right? CNN hate Trump, but they love what Trump's doing in China. Mental, innit? So here's CNN backing up all fucking Trump stuff by leaking out stuff about how bad China is. I'm not saying China's good, by the way, I just don't know. I mean, the amount of people who've took out of poverty and all that using communism, that isn't really good if you're like a capitalist bastard and already conquered most of the world and want to go, no, the only way is my way. The only way is Huawei.
Crafting. China doesn't want you to know the secret behind these walls. Men, women, children, sometimes entire families separated from each other, cut off from the outside world.
Entire families separated from each other inside a camp. Hey, they didn't separate the family, they locked them all up. Do bear in mind as well, this is at a point when fucking Trump's rounding up fucking brown fucking Mexicans and pretty much doing the same shit.
The U.S. State Department says they live in prison-like conditions. Locked up, not for what they did, but who they are. Members of Muslim minorities.
Members of the Mexican minorities get rounded up in the United States.
Minority groups from Xinjiang province in China's far west. Why they're kept here is a carefully guarded secret. And if China finds the person who leaked more than 400 pages of government documents to the New
That's if it's real.
York Times, they could disappear too.
This person is a member of the Chinese political establishment who wanted the leadership to be held accountable for the decisions that were made in Xinjiang.
Decisions made by Chinese President Xi Jinping, implicated in the mass roundup for the first time. What the U.S. calls the mass arbitrary detention and enforced disappearance of more than 2 million people. A massive effort to reprogram an entire ethnic group, Muslim Uyghurs. China blamed the Uyghurs for deadly terror.
They did have the Muslim niggers, what the fuck? Like the fucker, like, you can't see that on television?
Attacks 5 years ago, attacks that killed
CNN like fucking Alex Jones now. Why are they calling the Muslims niggers?
Scores of people. That same year, 2014, President Xi made a series of speeches calling for a crackdown on separatists. Show absolutely no mercy, he said in one speech. This video from Xinjiang suggests that's exactly what's happening. Men with their hands bound, heads shaved, and blindfolded at a train station. CNN is not able to independently verify this video or...
Well, you're not journalists then. If you aren't able to independently verify that shit, it's not journalism. It's straight up out the fucking bottle propaganda. It maybe shoulda, coulda, woulda. Here you go. Like, CNN is Tommy Robinson. Tommy Robinson is CNN. And they both claim to be reporting journalism. I mean, Google journalism. Go and read the definition. Go and look at journalist or Google journalistic standard journalistic practices. Hey, just read the fucking first few lines. And then CNN, journalist. Tommy Robinson, journalist.
was taken. But 2 former detainees from Xinjiang told CNN the same thing happened to them. They describe being herded together with other inmates, moved from jail to jail.
Oh, we need the tears.
The Chinese government initially denied the camps exist. Now it calls them voluntary vocational training centers, teaching people how to integrate into Chinese society.
Xi Jinping's dream is one nation, one country.
What happens to people who don't fit into President Xi's dream?
So they've been tortured.
They round up the Mexicans and ship them home?
They've been starvation. Their life is like unimaginable.
It's like, that's why I can't even participate in this fucking dog and pony show of who's the best, the West or China. They're both fucking scumbags. They both do the shit that they're pointing at each other fucking and saying that they're bad for. What the fuck?
This is my brother.
This Uyghur journalist, now in the United States, says her brother
This fucks all this nigger shit and fucking CNN for, man.
Has been missing in Xinjiang for more than a year. She burst into tears as soon as our interview ended. Pain shared by every family torn apart.
Wow, what a fucking good hit piece. I mean, a report, journalistic report. No evidence, no nothing, no cross-referencing. This is, we can't independently verify this, but here, have it anyway. How'd you like them apples? Now remember, he's in Hong Kong, next to China. See Hong Kong and China, man? They're fucking that size in real life. Maybe that size if they're bigger. The giants are that size. And they still fucking make anti-Yemeni look small. Oh, it's Blade? The Chinese Blade? Why?
All they want is to
watch
fight.
that bad self.
It seems like you're the one that all you want is to fight. All they want is freedom.
Why you judge me? Somebody just beat me up.
One person kicked you, which is wrong. I agree. I don't think that that's right. But I'm asking,
my freedom.
Can they express their freedom in mainland China? He's a Chinese. Why are you playing this?
To express my freedom.
And so you've come here. You don't believe in the 5 demands?
I will be the person able to give 5 demands.
What does that mean?
I will be the future president.
So as you can see, it's another agitator who's joined the group, who's come here. He's playing the Chinese national anthem exactly as we saw last.
An agent provocateur calling another agent provocateur an agent provocateur. You gotta love it. Avi Yemeni's a journalist and that guy's an agent provocateur when they're both just pairing up. Oh, he was kicked in the balls.
Oh, what is this?
So what just happened there?
He just kicked my balls.
Why did he do that?
He's my best. That's the best journalistic question in the world. Yes, hello, sir. You're Avi Yemeni of the BBC News here. Yes, I see you're holding your crutch. What happened? I was kicked in the balls. Can you please tell me why he kicked you in the balls, sir? I love it.
Somebody just hit my balls. What the fuck is this?
It's a ball kicking contest.
Hong Kong or are you from mainland?
Made in China. Just a second. I need to prepare. Wait for a minute. Somebody just hit me and beat me.
So you've come here looking for a reaction. Was that the reaction you were hoping for?
No.
What reaction were you hoping for?
I think people lost their mind.
Why? Because they want freedom?
They want freedom, but not allow me to express my free will.
Okay. Can you express your free will in mainland?
That's the Chinese Tommy. That's the Chinese Tommy Robinson. Wow. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Right, hold on a second. Starship Enterprise is experiencing some problems. I'm getting reports back. Right, what's the score here? Can you find that out? Right, is this still working? I just need to make sure. Oh, there we go. I was just having some deep state Illuminati interference there. Let's get back to the Chinese Tommy Robinson.
If one of these protesters went to the mainland and protested for freeing Hong Kong, what would happen to him?
Wow. If you're not frightening or doing something like insulting our country, it's fine.
What, insulting the country? Can you define that?
Say again?
Can you define that? So if somebody insults a country, if somebody insults the government,
yeah,
then they should be jailed. Is that what you're saying?
No, they need to know that you should not insult anyone. That is the basic laws, right?
You said you believe in freedom.
Freedom, yeah.
But so the freedom to insult somebody you shouldn't have?
No, because you have no freedom to beat up someone, right?
Okay. Are we talking about violence or are we talking about words?
You start from your thinking and then you start from your words and then you start to have a violence behavior, right?
So you, based on your own logic, you coming here, you're here and you're hurting their feelings, should they now be allowed to get violent?
They can get violence, but come to me and fight 1-to-1, it's okay.
No, that's not my question. My question to you is, do you believe it's the same rule across the board? Do you believe in freedom? Do they have the freedom to do this?
They just beat me, yeah?
One person kicked you, which is wrong. I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think that's right. But I'm asking,
my freedom.
Can they express their freedom in mainland China?
As long as they don't insult anyone, not even Hong Kong, yeah?
Standing for the freedom of Hong Kong. Can they do this protest in Tiananmen Square?
No, you cannot.
But I thought you believe in freedom. And you think it's okay to have your freedom to come here?
Freedom is not meaning that you can insult anyone, right?
You're literally here insulting them.
See, when you boil this down, it's like children arguing with each other about what car's best. Isn't it? It's like the most childish. It's like, it's that one-upmanship. It's not even a debate or a genuine exchange or anything. It's just who can outwit each other with spinning their words, basically. Anyway, there's Avi Yemeni loving China. Now here is the one and only Cocknose. Hold on. My Cocknose. Perfect position, but a wee bit too big. Now, as you can see, this man's real identity. So if you see somebody walking down the street like that, it's Rockin' Mr. E. Is that his name? Rockin' Mr. E? Rockin' and I'm talking and I'm rocking Mr. E. What does Mr. E stand for? I don't know. Anyway.
Doesn't automatically make countries freer.
Oh. What's that Cocknose doing there?
A prevailing international orthodoxy in a post-Cold War world has been that liberal democracy can be exported to countries through free trade. This is perpetuated by the two pseudo-right-wing schools of thought, neoconservatism and neoliberalism.
He loves the word neo. Do you think it's because he watched Matrix so much? We're living in the Matrix, man. You took a red pill, I took the red pill, man. Now it's neo this, neo that, and neo forever. Anyway, now he's all of a sudden interested in China as well, man. Monkey see, monkey do. Oh shit, is that all the China stuff? Done. Oh dear. Anyway.
That's a ludicrous assertion, and the reality
is it true or not?
No,
You read that pamphlet?
Well, you've picked probably a snippet from a pamphlet written a long time ago, but I can tell you categorically, I've never advocated privatisation of the NHS.
Well, it also said the NHS should take advantage of the extra efficiencies private companies can provide. It was called After the Coalition, and you were one of the authors.
Yes, I co-authored with, I think there are 5 of us in total. Look, when you go into your average hospital, you see a Costa coffee there, you see a florist there. Is anyone seriously suggesting that the nurses, the doctors, the civil servants in the Department of Health should be running those services?
That's where they've took the argument. This privatisation thing, the sell-off the NHS has came down to should you have Starbucks in an NHS? See, me personally, I've came to this conclusion. The NHS is such a big organisation, it should be making its own toilet roll, soap. I'm not even shitting you. See, if I fucking ran the NHS, everything. Do you know how big the NHS is? Do you know how big its budget it is? It could. Now imagine the NHS with all that money invested in a toilet roll factory. Just make toilet roll for the NHS. Everything fucking save itself money. Imagine it invested in, don't know, a fucking catering company. Boom, save itself money. Right? I'm just thinking of all these cost-saving exercises if I was running a service for the public. Right? The NHS has been privatised for fucking years, and they're still arguing about it. Ship has sailed. Private, public-private partnerships. Private companies building hospitals and leasing them back. I mean, what bizarro world do we stay in when people can't see the wood for the trees? I mean, it's either... Anyway. So that's the NHS political football. That there's Chunky Mark, Corduroy Corbyn's cockboy.
The provenance of those documents?
This is such nonsense, such utter nonsense. This is desperation by the Conservative Party.
You know, funny, they're saying the exact same thing about you. They're saying that you're desperate because you can't. You're going into a Brexit election. It's all about Brexit, and you can't even declare what fucking side of the line you're on. So you need to make up shite about the NHS to bamboozle people with the political football with the NHS, and fucking the Conservatives are doing the exact same thing. Just by rolling out a fucking fat rabbi, call you anti-Semitic, and everybody's like, he hates the Jews, hates the Jews, hates the Jews.
Documents.
And let's not forget, the Conservatives have epistemic Islamophobia fucking problem. Even though Morris Johnson's woo! Blast for the past. Even though Bobo Johnson's great-grandfather? Great-great-grandfather? Not sure. Was a Muslim himself. I think his name is fucking Mohammed.
Represent secret talks between the Tory government and the American administration to sell off our public services to American corporations. Not even the government has claimed they're false documents. They have challenged our analysis of them.
Aye, well, fuck's sake, your analysis, they're talking about opening up the ability for the NHS to buy shit for America. What's that got to do with selling off the NHS to Trump, you fucking Corduroy Corbyn piece of shit? I'm sick of this. Is why I wouldn't vote for either of them. I would fucking take my keyboard and rattle it off their face. That's what I would do. Every single one of them. Right, politician, come up, let it speak to me, and it's not yes, no, or die tonight. It's yes, no, or this keyboard's going off your fucking face. Right? And I'll just speak down, and all of them would get it. All of them, their face would be smashed in by the keyboard because none of them can tell the truth for opening their mouths.
They've challenged what we think they're trying to do on them, but they haven't challenged the honesty of those documents. So I think this is just such nonsense.
But you're sure about the source from which you got those documents?
I've got the documents. They've been listening to too much Alex Jones. I've got the documents. I've got the documents.
Documents represent meetings that took place between a British minister and officials in the USA, and a lot more meetings that took place between British officials and US officials to discuss how they would open up our public services to American corporations. I think it's time they gave us an assurance that they will not sell off our NHS, that they will not sell off our public services as part of a trade deal with the USA.
Sell off our shit in the name of a trade deal with the USA. It's just spin from everybody. I'm not pointing at Corduroy Corbyn's bullshit there to back up Bobo Johnson. I'm pointing at Bobo Johnson's bullshit. They're all just absolutely full of piles of shite. How can you vote for fucking Corduroy Corbyn when he spins shit like that? Can't he fuck... Anyway. Oh, man. This was Nigel Vadge's thing on Nicky Robinson this morning. As you can see, it's an hour long. Trust me, it's an hour long.
For news
There you
and
go.
more live.
It's over an hour long. I'm sure this is the one. Let me just 5 breakfast, your local elections. Aye. Your call. I'm sure this is the right one. Let me just double check.
Premier League football than anyone else. This is
on social media. That's it. It's 9 o'clock.
Aye, Nicky Campbell this morning. That's the one. Amazing. Well, I don't know. I just enjoy listening to these liars, right? But what he started touching on, I wish I could find it. He started touching on all the comments that Nigel Farage has made over his 7 or 8 appearances on the Alex Jones fucking Infowar show, right? And he got all these quotes together and read them all out and stuff, and then they go down the line of saying that's the breadcrumbs that lead to the, what were they calling it? Anti-Semitic tropes. Oh, fuck! I hate this fucking headset. They were calling them anti-Semitic tropes. Now, I understand what they mean. I've never looked up the definition of trope, although it's something I really should do. But I understand the context it's getting used in. And because I've got an open mind and I don't just shut down to what's getting said because of where it's coming from, I've listened to this argument coming out from lots of people about a lot of the shite that comes from the alternative media and figures within the alternative media who aren't openly, obviously anti-Semitic and Jew haters. But if you look at the pattern of the information talking points and where they point at and who they make you direct your hatred at, you could see there might be some weight to that stuff. In the sense that they'll use people's hatred of the bankers, right? And they'll talk about the globalists and the bankers and all that shit. And then maybe not Alex Jones, but when Alex Jones' minions will then make a video about, well, who are the bankers? Well, the bankers are a big bunch of Jews. And then they'll fucking start pointing you to all the crimes at Israel and all the crimes and atrocities and the ongoing genocide and all that that's been fucking propagated to allow the creation of Israel. And do you know where they'll send your hatred? The Jews. The Jews. Do you know how I know this? Been there, done that, was on that train, was in that cult, ball fucking deep. I couldn't see the wood for the trees. It's only when I started thinking about the cult-like environment that the internet had set up that I could see the anti-Zionist cult. And again, the Zionists haven't got to me. I'm not a shell or anything. I just believe my eyes have been opened to the barrage of bullshit out there and who's really propagating it. Now, it's my humble belief that it wasn't the Jews, and it still isn't the Jews who set up and administrate the area of the world known as Israel right now. I believe it's other entities, and the other entities are quite happy for you to turn around and blame who? The Jews! Anyway, just my humble opinion. Nigel Farage covers that in this debate. It's well worthwhile listening to. He can't deny it. And it's something worth considering. If all the truther videos out there telling you how bad the Federal Reserve is, the Bank of England, fractional reserve banking, the 11th marble, telling you what a scam the bankers are, what a scam money is, the money creators, what a fucking scam it is, then tell you to go and buy gold. Now, I don't. The Jews got there because they're fucking human abacuses. They've always been human abacuses. Back in the day of the Crusades, your Jew was fucking way more educated. Sorry, that's wrong. They were way more literate. And what's the word I'm looking for? Because I'm illiterate. I don't know the word. They knew basic maths, right? So your average person, your average Christian back in the day of the Crusades couldn't count, couldn't read. But your average Jew, they could read and they could count. And that's how they became the human abacuses they are in today's banking world. I don't know. If you want to hate a Jew, batter in. It's not up to me. Just not my thing. Copper feel. Now, it's amazing me now how this is just turned into a conspiracy, you know? The copper thing. People in the people are in the YouTube community would have been aware 6 months to a year ago. All the conspiracy shite about YouTube are shutting down comments. They're shutting down the comments, man. The deep state are coming after us. It's because we all love Trump so much, man. The deep state are shutting us down. And they were shutting down comments and all that because there were channels that were set up predominantly to try and lure kids in. Now, kids in the sense are under 18 or under 16. And these channels were set up, I don't think this has anything to do with paedophilia and grooming children for sex. Although there might be elements out there that do that. I'd be surprised if there fucking wasn't. But there's other elements out there who are grooming children for politics. Now, how do I know there? Been there, done it, and I've heard and I've been witness to people talking about openly doing it. And I'll explain you exactly why. Here's an example. Now, I know it's fucking 2019, right? And games and computer games aren't predominantly aimed at children. In fact, some of the titles and all that are actually aimed at adults and stuff. But it's undeniable that a lot of kids gravitate towards all the gamer stuff. Right? Now, I wish I could remember the people who said they were going to do this and all that, right? But over my course of my YouTube journey, I've came across numerous people, who have said that they're going to start up a gaming channel. Start up a gaming channel. That's a good way to wake people up. You ever remember that in the Truther cult? Did you wake him up? Or he woke me up? Or you woke up? Now it's like... Anyway, so I've been part of conversations of people talking about setting up channels, Truther channels, a Truther cult. But they would use the medium of gaming to suck people in. I mean, that guy, what's his name? Dangerfield openly talks about it as well. He's like, the reason I love YouTube is because I like to speak to the normies. You know, the normies? And I like to speak to them and convert them. What he's basically saying is he likes to speak to people that aren't in the cult and then converting them into his cult. The Truther cult, or them thinking they're fighting the liberal elites one YouTube video at a time. And they've used many forms of media to do this. And one of them, and there must be, was PewDiePie, the fucking first one to do this. Fuck about playing games, but inject your narrative on top of that. Now this is marketing, people. It's a way, Jim Dawson would love this. It's a way of spreading your message to different demographics. Typically, people that are into computer games might not be too into politics. You get them watching your shit because you're playing games and all that, and inject your politics into it. Just like this little Romanian fucking hunchback of Notre Dame prick here. Jedi Fallen Order. So they go play computer games, kid on, they're just broadcasting, they're just a gamer and all that, when they're actually, if I can speak right, they're actually Truth or Industrial Complex cult members who want to engage with people through gaming to turn them onto the cult. Now, this COPPA thing means that you have to go and say, look, none of my videos are aimed at children. They're only made for adults, right? I completely understand this. It's to make sure there aren't... Because Jim Dawson's done this, in my humble opinion. I think we've witnessed it. There aren't wallopers like Jim Dawson that are using their marketing and expertise and their expertise in demographics to create channels that would appeal to teenagers. In the way to turn them round to their way of thinking politically. In fact, I think you're naive to think that isn't happening, and you're even more naive to think YouTube and this COPPA thing is somehow to fucking the deep state Illuminati curtailing your freedom of speech, rather than them understanding that there's arseholes out there who have Machiavellian principles and fucking converting people into the cult. So they don't have any problem with propagandizing young children. And thus what they're doing is they're trying to weed out those elements. Oh, thank you very much. What the fuck was that? And here's V. Now this guy's licked balls with fucking Sargon of Mossad. What's that fucking Count Spunkular cunt? The whole fucking shebang of them. You know, I really don't realise how fucking much I've upset the far right. See the shit they're trying to do to get at me, man. It's unbelievable. It's like a wee feather in the cap, man. It's like, you're doing something right if they're really gunning for you. I mean, really gunning for you. I mean, like Danny Tomo calling me. Whole 9 yards. And this wee prick's in the crew. I don't even know if he's aware that he's in the cult. I don't know if he's aware that he's just propagating that shite and all that. I think he just believes it, you know, like a lot of them, just rhyming and repeating. But there's him, just playing an innocent computer game. Oh, look, I love Star Wars too. Oh, look, it's the Jedis. They're fighting the bad guys. It's good versus evil, light versus dark. And I bet you if you go and listen to that, what you'll find is 10 tons of barrage of fucking alt-right shite coming out along with it. Injecting alt-right narratives into computer games and all that. Oh, is this game woke? Oh, look, it's gender neutral. Oh, I wonder what bathrooms they have in the gender. I bet she's doing that. I'm not going to lie, I haven't watched any of this guy's bouncing about playing computer games. I've got better things to do. In fact, I've got a dick I can play with. But so 1 second he's playing computer games to bring all the little kids to the yard. Hey kids, I'm just a little Romanian hunchback on YouTube playing fucking clips. And then next second he's like, oh, let's talk about gender politics again, people. Oh, let's not change the record and talk about anything new. Let's go talk about male and female bathrooms in America. Because here in Romania, we don't even have bathrooms. You know what I mean? Does a penny not drop like a little arsehole sitting in fucking Romania is talking about British and fucking American politics 24/7 while claiming to be some sort of a ethno-nationalist? Fuck's sake, man! Anyway. The fuck? Trying to say I download YouTube videos, that's against the law, I'm sure. So, Copperfield. And you get the usual arseholes coming out. A terror attack happens. Oh, look, it's a false flag. False flag. False... Like, what's harder? Like, just... I mean, simple fucking... Like, the logic of a ball hair... the logic of a ball hair off a fucking... One ball hair off a fucking Spock's bollocks would solve all this. Right? You're in a metropolitan city, one of the most fucking largest cities in the world. God knows how many million of people are fucking staying there. All fucking packed into the gunnels. Fucking CCTV everywhere. Private CCTV everywhere. Public CCTV everywhere. Cell phones everywhere. Every cunt's got a fucking camera. Tourists, every country, every political persuasion, every colour, every creed, fucking everywhere. I know what we'll do. Let's get a bunch of actors and go into the city and make fucking believe that we stabbed some cunt. Why don't you just get somebody to stab some cunt? That no makes sense. No, is that not a bit easier? No, man, we might go out and propagate a fucking hoax, man. We're doing the false flag psyop, man. Do you know what I mean? Fuck's sake. I don't know if people know what I mean. I remember when I first started calling out that shit. It was like, honestly, people were like looking at me as if I had 10 heads and stuff. Just because I ran it through my logic bank like that. No, that can't be fake. Look at the thousands of real people witnessing this shit. And you're letting one idiot for YouTube fucking analyse a fucking clip and convince you it's fake. Anyway. Oh. Hold on a sec. I forgot to push a button. Shit, I've been playing fucking... Anyway. What am I looking for? Oh, there we go. Oh, hold on. Man, I'm going to fucking sack my producer. Just not on, John. Back in the room. Woo! Hate the song, cause they'll copyright me all night long. Right, false flag, stay up, update, man! Oh, fuck's sake. Right, so this is the evidence of a false flag. A news article. Now, bear in mind, the news doesn't tell you the truth, it's all lies, but what they've written in here proves it is fucking fake. Right, so, like, I hate these people that can't talk. Man, like, no offence, right? You're a very fucking dumbed down motherfucker if you let videos that are presented like this ever sway your judgment on anything. Can't present a face, can't present a voice, a bunch of fucking written text put together over a wee fucking song, and using the lying mainstream media to prove that the mainstream media are liars. Again, the logic from one ball here, for Spock's bollocks, and you're not. Just take one of fucking Spock's ball hairs and chew on it. Use it as dental floss, and it'll help you see through this shit. That, or it might give you herpes, because I heard fucking Vulcans have fucking heavy problems downstairs. Just a rumour. I'm not racist. I don't even want to fucking entertain that guy's bumbling shit.
We are now live.
Now, this is the guy who thinks the BBC are slandering him by calling them, like, UKIP agents, when, well, my pal only used to be the fucking main guy in UKIP youth. We're truly independent.
YouTube. So I'm just going to get all your comments up here just now.
Now, this is what happened to Jim White back in the day. This is the modern day Jim White. In fact, he's wearing the same fucking tie as Jim White and everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a question.
Oh, I'll have a go. I'll answer this.
For you.
Oh, for me? Oh, thank you very much. Clues.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
The audience.
I'll play.
270 you on Facebook. Amazing. I have a question for you all.
Okay.
Where did the terror attack happen?
In the fucking Fishmonger's Hall or some shit.
Where did it happen?
In the Fishmonger's Hall. You know, listening,
where did it happen?
Prick.
And I'm going to look
Fatty.
at your comments. This isn't designed to try and catch you out.
I thought you were asking me a question. I've got the answer. I think it was the Fishmonger's Hall where he started stabbing up cunts. Where was that fucking wee meeting that we're all having and the guy took the antler off the wall and all that?
But it's very, very...
And I've not even... This is only me listening to it in my peripheral and I know all this.
Very important. So, I'm asking y'all tonight, those of you who are watching the stream, if you want to comment on YouTube. More
YouTube
on that.
Right, let's see what the retards were saying.
Academics and criminal justice campaigners tweeted about the day. He's understood to be invited to share his experience of prison and wore black clothing and sand-coloured boots. 100 guests and 50 staff were in attendance.
Black clothing and sand-coloured boots. Well, I could easily wear that. I've got a pair of cat boots. I don't know. What's your point? What's your point, caller? What is your point, caller?
Convicted terrorists released in a planned attack on an organisation that was set up to try and help him.
Yeah, what don't you understand? There's a fucking mind melt organisation out there that tries to de-radicalise windy lickers, and just like the Abu Hamza who fucking radicalised this windy liquor in the first place, the other organisation which is trying to de-radicalise this gun has to use the same techniques. They have to get inside your brain and get in and manipulate you and make you think they're the good guys. So, if you're getting pulled from one side to the other, and number one, if you were fucking able to get swallowed in with that shite in the first place, you must be a mental midget, eh? If you're willing to fucking go and do jihadi shit or fucking join Tommy Robinson's cult or anything, you're a bit of a mental midget in the first place. You ain't the brightest button in the fucking box. Or wherever you get buttons.
What does this tell you about these organisations?
Shut up, you conspiratard. See, this is what I mean, man. It's just all conjecture and bullshit.
So I just travelled from Gatwick Airport in southern England. Travelled over to Northern Ireland because my appeal is tomorrow in the courts in Belfast. So I've come over to Northern Ireland. And at Gatwick Airport, I realised that a big Muslim is getting on the same flight as me. Not a problem. But as soon as he clocks me, starts mouthing off, starts getting really abusive. All the other passengers tell him to shut his mouth, tell him to stop being abusive, tell him to stop being racist, calling me all sorts of white names. And we get on the flight, we land at Belfast International Airport. As soon as this Muslim comes out, he's in my face while I'm waiting for my baggage. He's in my face with a camera, and the police turn up, SO15 turn up, the airport security turn up. We're separated, he's told to shut up, and the police, basically several of the bystanders came over and spoke to the police and said that I did nothing wrong whatsoever. The Muslim was the one being abusive and aggressive and racist, and there was a big conflagration by the baggage reclaim in Belfast International. But it just shows that even 2 days after the London Bridge attack, 2 days after a jihadist kills 2 innocent people, a Muslim extremist feels comfortable enough at 2 bloody airports to come over and start hurling abuse at someone. This is the country we live in now. It's becoming dangerous, it's becoming worrying for our children's future, for the safety of our people. This is not a fucking joke, people. People like me are living the danger day in, day out, all the time.
That's because you're hanging about outside mosques telling them how much they stink. Stop hanging around fucking Muslims telling them how much they stink. And what you'll find is you might get less fucking hassle, Mr. Potato.
All I can say is it's a good job that some of the Britain First security met me at Belfast International, or the whole situation could have turned out very different. But there you go, another life in the day of Paul Golding, and we'll be posting some video clips up that were...
Want to see that shit? Want to see that shit? Right, let's get through this. False flag! False flag! False flag! Echo chamber. Thank you, Alex Jones, for fucking injecting that shit into the consciousness of the planet. I just fucking... Oh! I just farted. I've got skid marks. False flag!
He asked me to dance.
Ooh, what the fuck? Hey baby, you want to dance? Hey baby, you want to dance?
He is the most hideous dancer I've ever seen in my life.
I'm the greatest dancer!
I mean, it was horrible. And this guy was sweating all over me. Like, his sweat was like, it was raining basically everywhere. And I was just like, whoa, grossed out from it. But I knew I had to keep him happy because that's what Jeffrey and Ghislaine would expect from me. People on the inside are going to keep coming up with these ridiculous excuses, like his arm was elongated or the photo.
You know, I can't believe that she's just said that. It actually does, doesn't it? It looks like he's... Oh my God. I wish I never heard that there. That does look photoshopped. It does look like his arm is far too fucking long, doesn't it? Hold on. Fucking... Not to break my fucking desk. I don't know, I'm no fucking photo expert. You know, as soon as somebody suggests something, you can see it and you're unsure and the doubt's there, and as soon as the doubt's there, it just grows.
It was doctored, or he came to New York to break up with Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, come on. I'm calling BS on this, because that's what it is. He knows what happened. I know what happened. And there's only one of us telling the truth, and I know that's me. I implore the people in the UK to stand up beside me, to help me fight this fight, to not accept this as being okay. This is not some sordid sex story. This is a story of being trafficked.
See, again, like... like, the first thing, the paedophilia thing that's getting thrown around, well, it really depends what country, what state, and at what level you believe the age of consent should be. Or like when you stop becoming a minor and all that shit, right? Because I'm pretty sure she was 17, this lassie, when this was all alleged to have happened. I think basically what I'm saying is, I could easily believe that this coming out just now, real or fake or exaggerated, a bit made up, 50-50, 75-25, who knows? It certainly seems to be motivated by the changing tides and it seems to be motivated by the information war and the general shenanigans that's going on worldwide to persuade us into some shit. Right, anywho. So that was the Pedo Prince.
Hello folks, as you may have heard, YouTube are updating their terms of service on December the 10th. If a YouTube channel is not making them any money, they have the ability now to terminate the channel.
No, you're so wrong there. But listen, lay off the potatoes, take Jim Dawson's cock out your mouth, and actually go and investigate that yourself, and you'll find that you're just parroting pish. I don't even need to explain it to you. I've already went over how that's 10 barrelloads of pish. It's just conspirators getting a hold of something and making it into something it's not.
I have never been monetized or made YouTube any money. Now, I've provided the link below to my new platform, irishpatriots.com. So you scroll down below this video, click on the link, and what you have to do is sign up, your name, your email address, and click the sign up.
Are you stupid enough to get your name on Jim Dawson's mailing list? I mean, the cult of Jim Dawson?
Up button, and then you go into your email address, your inbox, and you activate the account. Or sometimes the email is put into the spam folder. So if you like my content, if you like my videos, my live streams, this is where it will be hosted, on irishpatriots.com. I need everybody to sign up ASAP. Thanks so much, folks. Aaron Gobra.
Yeah, my name is Dan Eriksson. I'm the chairman of the Fria Sverige, the Free Sweden, an organization founded almost exactly.
What you saying, Richie? Cheers, Tony. I think this is a video of Danny Tomo. Busker. True reporter. It's got to be the cult of Tommy Robinson, isn't it? Urban Pictures UK. Oh fuck, they've got it all copyrighted and watermarked already, man. This is going to go viral. Right, let me get back into the chat room. Is that what you were meaning, Richie? Funny how the interview didn't ask her how much she earned from those saucy messages or shit. Jim Dawson sweat. He's fucking reading the messages. I'm fucking dumb in the head as the best of times. He's reading the messages backwards, trying to get context. Danny's been arrested. Right, let's watch this then. Hit us up on, just write a wee message, Richie, what you were wanting to. Don't know if it was because of this you wanted to.
Sorry, mate. Was that accidentally pushed into me? No, you did, mate.
Thanks very much for that. Anyone want to disagree with what the gentleman just said?
Get the fuck away from me.
Anybody surprised? This is what happens when you get to... It's the playground thing, man. You're squaring up against each other. You realise something's on the cards and you're like, I'm fucking hitting first here. I'm not hitting second. I'm not just... Well, in fact, I'm not justifying it. That's what happens. See when two fucking polarised arseholes turn up fucking want to fight? That's what happens. They end up fighting. That's why you shouldn't go to these things. Unless you want to fight.
Sorry, mate.
Right, let's do an action replay on this shit, eh? Like YouTube, no, we all slow it down, man. Let's see the connection. Oh no! Oh god, that's so. He's got. What has he got in his hand? He's got something in his hand. I'm sure it was a right he gave him, right? He's got, hold on, I want to watch it again. What's he got in his hand? Is it his phone? It'll be his phone, won't it? Nothing in his left hand. I'm sure it's his phone in his right hand. Sure it is. Punches him with his phone. Let's face it, Danny Tomo's not going to knock somebody out, is he? I don't think he's as trained in the art of the ninja as Tommy Robinson, man. Tommy Robinson spends fucking hours a day hitting that bag. Sorry, Mrs. Robinson. But people are telling me that Tommy's wife's left him. She's took... Oh, would that not be the best? Right, imagine Tommy's life. Imagine Tommy's wife leaves him, takes the house because he's put it in her name, and then joins Antifa. Oh, come on, God. Play the best practical joke, and that would be just the sweetest thing ever. Super slow-mo. Oh, man, that's... Watch him. Where's the Tommy gun? Where's the Tommy gun? Hello.
Sorry, mate. Was that accidentally pushed into me? No, you did, mate.
Thanks very much for that. Anyone want to disagree with what the gentleman just said?
Get the fuck away from me.
Half of one, six a dozen of the other. You can't really blame it. They're both a pair of fucking plonkers. You can't just go, oh, look at Danny Tomo, a pure violent thug. That fucking dickhead walked right into him, man, when both of them had turned up for a fight. They're both to blame. Both a pair of wallopers, in my humble opinion. It was just bound to happen. So is that, Richie, I hope that's... I know, it's just what's going to happen, isn't it? Sorry, I'm sometimes start responding to comments without confirming what I'm actually responding to. Dude started the fight, then was surprised Tommy hit him. Tomo couldn't hit. Can he hit his way out of paper bag? I'm using Bojo's election communication letter for rolling paper. Oh, mate, don't smoke, guys. Shut up. Fucking ink will fucking turn you into a fucking conservative. Well, that's Danny Tomo's phone broke anyway, so let's have one wee last look at it.
Sorry, mate. Was that accidentally pushed into me? No, you did, mate.
Thanks very much for that. Anyone want to disagree with what the gentleman just said?
Get the fuck away from me.
How stupid! Well, it's no stupid. It was kind of a reaction, wasn't it? It was like, you know, just that way where when two men are bowing up to each other, you know what I mean? You're in the back of your head, you're like, I'm fucking like, see if you know you're going to fight, man. And this is just what I tell myself. I have a heater and punch, and like a good heater and a good punch. See if you fucking connect with him. Aye, fuck it, right. Well, like in school, everybody's stupid, right? I remember one time I was fighting in school, and it was, must have been about fucking first year or second year. So you're just developing, you know, you talk with your pals about bravado and how to fight and all that shit. Just do this or do that, right? So you're kind of developing ideas in your head what you would and wouldn't do in a fight and all that. So this was at the point where you're in high school, you're fighting fucking every other week, you know what I mean? You've got to fight fucking every week, every other week. So I developed the fucking, well, I got it in my head, like, listen, if I'm fighting, I'm attacking first. No ifs, no buts, no fucking maybes. I'm attacking. And I had a brilliant, still got it actually, a brilliant wee technique, a like fucking heater and a punch, right? But like, not a, you need to learn how to headbutt properly. You don't headbutt there, you headbutt fucking there. And if you get it properly, man, boom! And you try and rattle them on the side of their head, right at their temple, you can knock cunts out. And seeing my school used to have these stairs, what was it, between fucking A, B and C floor, I can't even remember the name of the floors now. But anyway, between floors, so that's where we were fighting. And it was just through the doors. And I heated him just at the top of the stairs. And the wee fucking cunt, he's still a friend on my Facebook, man. Well, we're not friends, but we know each other. We were friends later on after we fought and all that. But I heated him at the top of the fucking stairs. And he fucking blacked out and fucking fell down all the stairs, man. That was a riot in school. Anyway. That's enough of that.
2 years ago, yesterday we celebrated our 2 years anniversary.
So an Irish potato picking patriot is now taking you round the Swedish Nationalist HQ Grand Tour. Again, global nationalists. It's like an oxy fucking moron, and none of these fucking morons can see the oxymoron.
Anniversary here in our house, the house of the Swedes. Right now we are tidying up after yesterday's party.
No brown cunts allowed.
So it's a bit messy.
Okay.
But it's yesterday we had 130 guests and a really nice and great atmosphere. So yeah.
Good stuff. You should call yourself Swedish nationalists. Is that correct? Right. Now this building you just got here, you're going to give me a small tour.
30 a tour. I want to know what the Swedes do for the nationalism. No, you know, I can't do Irish nationalism on my own. I have to look what the Swedish do, and then do what Sweden does in Ireland. You know, 30 a tour. I'm going between all sorts of fucking accents. I'm 30 a tour.
What do you do here?
Do you not understand? It's not Irish patriotism or nationalism if you're stealing it from Sweden. It's like buying fucking IKEA flat pack and then going, McFlat pack, it's Irish.
And
there's a McFlat pack.
How do you organize and yeah, what goes on in this building?
The thing is, when we launched the organization, the first goal was to establish and you know, to buy a property and.
Richie, you're saying that Danny Tomo fucking streamed that shit, man? What? He must have actually streamed it connecting with his fucking... Why didn't I get that notification? It's Danny Tomo blocked me for his fucking YouTube. Oh God, I'm getting strobe lighted here. What the fuck's happening now? Where's your Tommy gone? Where's your... Oh, that's what they would have been singing. Where's your Tommy gone? What's a spy?
Tommy's fans, the Tommy Army, they're the salt of the earth. They're just normal people of England. He's a folk hero. This is the people of England gathering around their hero. And he's going to win this.
What the fuck? Oh, YouTube started all this. Oh, shite, you fucking idiot. YouTube started all this pish where they fucking... See, they're turning the fucking desktop into the fucking app. Fucking hate you, YouTube, you bastards. Deep State Illuminati, fucking YouTube. I know exactly what you're doing. You're trying to prevent me from fucking defeating the New World Order. Well, it won't happen. It won't happen. I can't find Danny Tomo's fucking YouTube. What the fuck? It's not deleted if you streamed it. Oh, here we go. I think I found it. Where's your Tommy gun? Where's your Tommy gun? Where's your Tommy gun? Where's your Tommy gun? Oh, no, it doesn't appear to be up. Well, well, it might have been one of the other fucking stupid platforms they all broadcast on and shit. Probably what it was. Right, let's see, because I need to wrap this up and get to my bed. Global nationalism, land of the giants. Oh, let's finish with Brother John. This is conspiracy drama at its best.
A few days since I made a video, I had the flu last week, and it's gone now. It was very annoying, and it robbed me of a week's work. And well.
Making YouTube clips about giants, goblins and ghouls never should be classified as work.
I had good crack on Facebook in bed and stuff like that. But
you cracked one off to Facebook in bed and all that, you dirty bastard.
Yeah. Okay. A new direction for my work, I've decided. This was lying in bed, coughing my guts up. I read a lot of books and websites and kept my mind busy, and I'm now, you know, I've always been interested in the giants and the whole concept that there were giant humans in the past and they were somehow responsible for the building of the...
Well, it's more of a concept. You've been to Sri Lanka and stood in the footsteps of giants. You fucking fruit bat. Anyway, I don't know, maybe you like to... I love stories about giants and all that as well. Just doesn't make it true. Where's your Tommy gun? Where's your Tommy gun? Maybe they're talking about a Tommy gun. Maybe they want some sort of a American school shooting scenario to go down with Danny Tomo.
And they were somehow responsible for the building of the...
Well, it's more of a concept. You've been to Sri Lanka and stood in the foot. Yep, they build the pyramids were built with giants who had third brains and 10 nipples and could make blocks levitate people. Wasn't it humans? You dumb fucking humans. We can fucking build pyramids. Fuck off. Right, wait till you listen to a brilliant bit of gossip. And it's good to be in the know. Now, this is a girl's YouTube who talks about OCD and the fucking plethora of shit that goes along with OCD. Anyway, she happens to be now this guy's ex-girlfriend. Now, I know this because when I made a video about this guy, because he used to call himself Brother John and offer out counselling services and all that, and he's a fucking fruit bat fucking self. You know, he became an expert, but he split up with a girl and then became an expert in splitting up with women or whatever, and he managed to fucking get enough fucking windy lickers on YouTube to fucking swallow his shite. And then I made a video about him. And can't remember her name. I've still got the email there actually. She contacted me and told me all the backstory and all that, and how this guy, when he was, oh shit. You know what? Speak amongst yourselves. I'm going to see if I can find this email, because I don't want to be parroting stuff that's not accurate. Because it's quite fucking damning. Right, not him. Not that. Not that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. Not that. Not that. Not that. Oh my god. The amount of shit I've got, fucking. Sure. No. It was well before that. Where would I put that? YouTube crap, maybe? Oh god, let me see. I should have fucking had this organised, but what are you gonna do? Bling! Cheers, Tony, for that link, my man. Shit, man, I'm fucking Rain Manned up. I don't know what I need to do now. Oh, nice one. Anyway, I've got it. I've got it. No, I've got it somewhere. I just can't find it. I'm trying to think. I thought it would have been in there. Because this was some time ago. Definitely got it, because I remember going through all my stuff and going... Right, you know what? Fuck it, man. I'll fucking fire from the hip, right? Basically, she was hell of a young and he was hell of a old when they got together, to the extent where you're like, wee bit fucking dodgy. And long story short, she's now coming out and talking about, she made a video. This is how this came up. I don't really watch a lot of your content because I'm not really into OCD stuff. And I watched this about why I deleted all my YouTube videos. I'm always interested in the psychology of why people are fucking doing that and all that. It's very interesting. That's something I'm interested in. And she was talking about how somebody's getting back in her head again, and how she feels that people are, cohesive control. So she believes that this brother John, again, is applying this cohesive control. Because if you're aware of any of the shit that he's done, he's often talked about this girl. And now she's returning the favour. You know, it's beautiful. They were together. They split up. I think they hate each other now. So they both make YouTube videos explaining how horrible each other was. Fuck, thank you, 2019. Thank you. And there was me satisfied with EastEnders and Coronation Street and shit. This is the boona. So she goes on and then starts talking about how she feels through her OCD. He was using coercive controlling her and all that shit. It's just a beautiful drama. If you fucking you like soaps. There's real life Coronation Street. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting to talk about that brother John, because he's a prick. I know it's called John Collins, that's his real name, but he did set himself up as Brother John. You know, he did set himself up as some sort of a, like, all-seeing, all-knowing. I wonder if he still offers counselling services. Let's have a wee look. trolls played a part in ending up with that fossil own-up. God. Right. Because if you do this, brother John Collins YouTube. So there's his video, there's his channel there, as I will demonstrate. There's his YouTube thing. I'm still available for counselling, consultation and troubleshooting. I can always use money for smoking materials, rent, electricity, haircuts and curries. So is this in his about section? Yep. You can... So this guy's trying to sell himself as some sort of a fucking all-seeing counsellor. This guy is not. This guy is mentally ill, and is now trying to pass himself as a counsellor on YouTube. And there's windy lickers out there fucking buying this shit. I mean, look at the amount of people out there trying to position themselves as experts. Flow Destroyer, Hairy Mary Sparkle, all of them. They all think they're all seeing, all knowing, and they're just muppets on the internet like the rest of us. Anyway, I digress. A wee bit of juicy gossip. Alrighty, boob tubes. Well, I'll say hi to everybody in the chat. Make sure you do thumbs it up. Do share it with your friends, family, foes. Help the channel and the show grow. Remember what I do is digital busking. It is all available and accessible free of charge. I'm going to do such a good job, you'll find value in what I do and use your spare change, not your life savings, in the Patreon and PayPal buttons down below. A mega thanks to those who do show the love. And you get fuck all counselling, nothing in return other than the privilege of watching me make a fool of myself every couple of weeks. So, how'd you like them apples? So in the evening, one and all, thanks for joining us. Cheech, how you doing, Cheech? Long time no see, my man. Hope you're keeping well. Oh my god, what the fuck? There's Apple Charlotte, the Dot, the artist formerly known as Tony. How you doing, my man? Stewie, Bright77. Oh fuck. Bright. See, when I switch off YouTube, mate, I don't want phone calls and all that kind of stuff. No offence, buddy, but it's just that's not... And I'm no counsellor, mate. There's no way I can help you out of anything whatsoever at all. If next week you want me to phone you, let somebody know. And during next Monday's show, I'll phone you, or you can phone me if you like. But once I'm off live, mate, that's it. Game's a bogey. I'm no... sitting here taking phone calls for fucking randoms fucking all night. You know what I mean? And this just doesn't apply to you, Bright. Every cunt. Once the show's over, don't be phoning that phone, man. You won't get any fucking response. It's done. Anyway, in the evening, Bright, hope you're keeping well, man. Cheech Cha. Oh my god, what the fuck? There's a Vladimir. How you doing, Vlad? Nice to see you in, buddy. Bright Cha. Richie Rousen. How you doing, my man? Cheech, Vladimir, Stewie, Charlotte. Stewie, and I must have refreshed or something. That's all I've got in the chat. There's a Creepy Crawl as well. How you doing, Creepy Crawl? And Devon in the chat as well. And Sean McGill. How you all doing? So thanks for joining this week's Not the Infowars Nightly News. Remember, it is the original, the OG baby, alternative look at the so-called alternative media. Skeptical with the spectacles about the so-called skeptics. I'm watching the motherfucking Watchmen because somebody's got to do it. And I was bored one day. I just came up with the idea and then seems to stuck with it. Although, stay tuned. I want to... I had a great idea. It wasn't somebody else saying it to me. No. It was all my own. But in the new year, moving up into the new year, I'm going to create a kind of kipcast, a podcast kind of idea. And the idea is to just get two people to debate or have a conversation preferably with different points of view. You know, I would love to, like, I don't know, interview somebody that believes in UFOs and stuff. And it would be done in a manner where it was funny, take the piss with each other, jovial, but with no malice. Now, this is probably going to be impossible to arrange. I don't think there'll be very many people want to come on and debate ETs with me. I don't know how long I'd last before I fucking hung myself, to be quite honest. But that's the general concept. I'm going to do a Kipcast. The Kipcast, the podcast. And hopefully get individuals on to have a wee chat with. About anything, really. About fucking anything. I'd love to think that I might get Mike Rivero and all that on again, but I don't know. But you can, but try. Anyway, thanks for joining, everybody. Make sure you bell and sub up to get any of the clips I put up during the week. I think I'll be making a couple of clips tomorrow, actually. I've got some time. I've got some energy, and I've got the funkin' gumption to do it. So we'll be making a few clips tomorrow. So bell and sub up if you want to get a shot of, if you want to get a notification for them. Next Monday, the Independent Republic of Estonia will be back. Let me just check the date. When's this stupid ass election? 12th? Is it 12th? Hold on. Fuck's sake, man. See, if you don't turn on the internet for 2 weeks, you forget everything. Thank fuck I've got a third brain. 12th of December, aye. It was 12th, I was right. So the 12th is Thursday. If anybody wants to participate in my election, feel free. Maybe I could do it online digitally, but I'd live stream it. Live stream doing an election in the city centre on the 12th. Do you like that Kipcast? It's a good tune, isn't it? Came up with that one myself. But everybody's doing it. Even BBC are now pretending to try and do a podcast fucking format. Fucking monkey see, monkey do. Do you know what happened one day? Joe Rogan was sitting in his studio, right, and a guy came in to change a light bulb. Do you know what Joe Rogan turned around and said to the guy? Hey mate, you should do a podcast. I'm fucking on it. I like the Joe Rogan podcast, right? I just don't buy into the cult of Joe Rogan, you know. I just don't think he's like the old. I just don't think he's as legit as everybody thinks. No, I don't know. That's not the right way of saying it. The sun doesn't shine out his arse as much as everybody else thinks. He's just media, and he is as controlled as everybody else in the sense that he has a editorial stance, and I think he has control over it. Who knows who has control over the editorial stance, or who they get on, when they get on, what topics they touch on and all that. But he's putting out his shit for his agenda, just like the BBC and everybody else is doing it. But he sits there and says, I'm telling the truth, everybody should do a podcast, while pointing at the rest of them going, they're just painting a narrative, you're talking about your agenda, when he's doing the exact same thing. But I'm just a conspirator, what can I say? Who cares? Who cares? Chaotic chick. And Devon Shovel. So hopefully I've managed to say hi to yous all in the chat room. My concept sounds magic about holding our own election. Mate, it's not magic, it's the way to fucking take everything back. They all do it through consent. They govern, the rule, and police us by consent. Take away that consent. How do they get your consent? By getting you to put an X in their box. If you don't do it, and imagine we convinced enough people. The police wouldn't have the numbers to police this, by the way, because this wouldn't be a centralised, or this would be decentralised. Local people would go to the local polling booths and hold their own elections. Just stand outside and go, there's a load of shite in there, you get no options. There's another option. We all stand here and tell those pricks to fuck off. And I know it's pie in the sky. It was fucking, well, in fact, I don't know. It's not pie in the sky. It would work if the majority of the UK done it. it would get to a stage where the people who are in charge just now would have to drop the facade that they're ruling us by consent. And if they're not ruling us by consent, it's a dictatorship. And if it's a dictatorship, then the fucking support of the people implodes. And then we can ask them to vacate the buildings. Please, just close the doors on the way out. Thank you very much. Don't need a stick. Don't need a stone. Don't need a bomb. Don't need a nothing. Just a box. Could change our country. Right, we could take our country back for ourselves. Vote us, not them. With the power of a box. And you being willing to go and stand next to their box with your box and say, vote us, not them. Now remember, people wouldn't even be voting for left, right, up, down, green. What's the opposite of green? Brown. I just want to kill the place. You wouldn't be voting for any of that shit. You wouldn't even be voting for a system. You would be voting for, and this is one thing everybody can agree on, and I get we are in the majority in this one. The system's fucked. It doesn't serve us. It's full of lies and lies and lies and lies. It's lies built on lies. Fake manifestos promising us fuck all they deliver. They never deliver the promises. We all agree on that. That's the only premise, to vote us, not them. Don't give them your consent. And then when the pendulum swung to more people voting in our box than their box, boom! We have the ability to round up all the children, lock them up for a wee bit, and tell them to invent us a new system. Because you fucking adults are corrupt. We're fucked. We've not got the beauty of fucking... We've not got the innocence of youth. Our heads have been turned to mush with fucking Roadrunner, Bugs Bunny, Neighbours, EastEnders and Coronation Street. In that order. Kids haven't. You know, like, it reminds me of, like, you ever remember your mum and dad trying to explain terrorism to you? You know, the first time you would see on the news? I think it was IRA fucking terrorism shit. So, why did they bomb that pub? You know, because it doesn't make sense. To an innocent kid's head, it doesn't make sense, because terrorism doesn't make sense, because it never is the way it's presented, you know? In the sense, like, why would somebody go and bomb somewhere to further their cause? Because they're doing a bad thing when saying they're good. You know, that's the uncorrupt innocence of a child. And that's what we need to lock up in a room and get us to create a new system. I guarantee kids in an hour would come back with a fucking far more fairer system than this pish or proportional representation shite and all that. I know what I would go for. I'd elect a dictator. That's what I would do. Elect a dictator, and then the dictator can get took out of office at the penalty of death at any point. Any point. Right? So you got to have some set of cojones on you to fucking put yourself in that position in the first place, and you best be fucking doing what the fucking people want you to do. Otherwise, they'll kick you out and kill you. See, like, that's just me tapping into the innocence of my sperm there. And I've already came up with a better system. Don't call it a dictator. Call it El Presidente, right? But you can kick him out at any point at the penalty of death. Right? And they can stay in as long or as short as the people want them to. Right? So I know technically it wouldn't be well, if the people elected them and could remove them, it technically wouldn't be a dictator. But when the guy's in power, or the woman, or the man, she, or whatever, zip, we're in power, they would dictate how to run shit, because the people elected them because they want things ran that dude or dudette's way. And if the dude or dudette starts fucking up so many people that there's I don't know, what would you say, 75% of the people would have to vote in a referendum, and if it comes back, yes, no, or fucking die, motherfucker, there we go. It's my game show. Yes, no, or fuck it. It's my new game show. Incorporated into the new political system that I'm thinking about. And it's yes, no, or fucking die, motherfucker. No, yes, no, or die, politician. Definitely got weight in it. Right, so thank you, everybody. spewed enough pish. And it's fucking 10:30. I'm away to my bed. So have a good one, everybody. And I shall see yous all. Let me think, because I need to do hundreds of things here. I'll see yous all next week. Catchies.
Cips clips.